Okay, so we're having a good time today already. We got key of C caged. Now everything's in key of C, meaning the numbers are numbered for the key of C. So way up here, where the 3 is up here, if you can see it, that is your E. So down here, I mean, we just got to start somewhere, folks. We got to have some kind of standard. The word caged, the cage system is in C. Okay, I've said this many times. I'll say it again. The cage system is in C, C-A-G-E-D. Okay, it's not the C sharp, A sharp, G sharp, E sharp, and D sharp system. Okay, because that would spell a different funny word, and I've had fun with that, and I don't want to have fun with that right now. So there's standards. So let's just look at the numbers are for the key of C here. But I found a way to teach this and make it really easy. If you just accept the fact that we're going to go with some numbers, okay? We're not going to just have black and white here. You know what the black and white keyboard is? It's just like a piano, okay? Except you got white keys and you got black keys. In the guitar, it's black and white frets. I'll show you. Okay, the closest I could get to this would be, let's say this is a keyboard here. So you know, anything that isn't completely black is not an accidental. It's the white keys. This is what it would look like on the guitar. Okay, so if we want total versatility, alright, and then we color it again. Isn't that nice? If we want total versatility, we would just go like this. Or just have no labels at all. That's total versatility. Okay, but my method uses the numbers for the key of C. Okay, so C would be up here, would be the E note here. The E note is green. Here's the E note. That's going to be the C. That's going to be the E, which is the third of C. So it's root 2, 3, right there. And since I made this old diagram, I've colored even the D's as light purple, and I see the A's were almost light blue there. Well, I gave them that light blue for sure there. So that's the color patterns that I've been using and I intend to use, you know, to keep the theory going. And I can always translate it back into, I've done the dots analysis where we use the dots to figure out where we are. I don't know if I have any dots on this one. I should have dots on the side, my bad. But you know, if you have a dot on the G here, which would be right here in this case, because this is where your fretnut is. Mine's baritone tuned to C. Okay, that dot would be on the G. You know, so you can use that as a reference. Oh, that's the G note. Okay, I can do a G pattern from that, etc. But right now I want to teach you how to do these, and you can do them in the dark, which means you don't even need the notes on there after you learn them. But you have to learn them first. So just worthy of mention here, this was it. It was multi-fretnut fretboard, multi-open string patterns. By open string patterns, I mean that we're going to, in this particular case, we try to exploit the open strings of each of the cage boxes. Now notice here we have C, G, D, A, and E. I made the fret, this is a fretboard right here. See where you see the notes? That's where the fretboard is. It's long enough so that we can get all 5 caged shapes in fifths. Okay, now this is in fifths. Fifth of C is G. Fifth of G is D. These are tripentatonic, so you'll see the fifth of E is the augmented fifth of C, the fifth of C is G again, the fifth of G is D. We have all 5 right here, and that's all we have. We don't have anything more. We don't want to make it too long, but today's chart is actually 7 frets long. It's actually 2 cages longer than this, and we're going to find out why. So in this particular case here, I'm trying to take advantage of the open string notes here. So let's just look at C. As you know, in the key of C, let's just pretend there's a fret nut here, but I'll finger bar the actual notes. So in C we'll do it pentatonic. I'm just trying to tune up. Okay, sorry about that. I kind of fumbled that tune up. So as you can see, I can get the really tough stuff, and sometimes I'll just bolo. They call it bolo in the army, right? Bolo or poncho, the tough stuff. So really good luck when it comes to tough stuff. And I mess up the simple things in life, so I say keep it simple, work on the things you're weak on. So without spending too much time on this chart, I want to show you that here we're trying to take advantage of the open string notes, and for chart 200 that's what I did, and this is like chart 202 here where I've improved on it. These are long patterns, and we're trying to take advantage of the open string notes here. Okay, now in this particular approach, I went with doubled notes here. Doubled notes here, and instead of saying, okay, well, I've got to characterize this 5, 6, 7 here. I've got to characterize this. I've got to somehow put some kind of pattern on that. Yes, it's an S3XL, and it's the bottom string of an S3XL. You can see the 5, you can hardly see it. And instead I just decided to go with the double notes. I got so fed up here. So these are going to work with the double notes. Now this one I didn't see, it's going to fit. See, the long doesn't need a long or a short pattern. You can play C. You can play the C diatonic, therefore the pentatonic, therefore the C chords, all of them, all the modals in C. You can play C, you can play D minor, you can play E minor, you can play F, you can play G, you can play A minor, and you can play the half diminished. All of them you can play in the C box, but C's the only one you can do that. The others you have long and short patterns, okay? Now if you go, in this particular approach I had gotten fed up and I had decided, okay, I'm going to go with the double strings there, the double notes there, and then you decide. In the pattern, in the chart 200, let's say. Alright, here in chart 202, I did it for the 5 different keys of caged, trying to get a little more insight into those patterns. But we don't have to do the keys of caged. We can do one key with the 5 shapes. Okay, so look at this. The caged word would go. These are arranged in order of adding sharps and flats. So from the key of C you go to the key of G, you'd add F sharp, and then add C sharp, and you get the key of D. All right, and then add one more sharp. I don't know why there's this 6 there. That must be the 6th of that I believe is the 6th of A now in this particular drawing. So the 6th of A